like you lost another one.
What's up, guys? Keyshawn Chia here, back at you with a new, well, quite not new, but alternate universe what if, and this is going to be 18 only. What if Deku was a succubus, but male version? Now, I have another announcement to make. I will make 3 videos today, and this will be what if Deku had the Infinity Gauntlet, or should I say the Infinity Stones, and what if Deku was a ghoul? That was an idea by a fan that wanted to see it happen, and I will make it happen by today. Now, we're going to pretty much do this one first, and this is pretty much going to be, well, like I said, what if Deku was a succubus, but male version. Now, it's going to be some changes. Bakugo will be a female, because it's just going to work like that. And everything else stays the same. Yeah, everything else stays the same. Actually, no. All Might is a female. All Might is a female, and All For One is a female. Yeah. So, that's pretty much it. Now, how this is going to happen, how pretty much Deku be a succubus. And we're going to say Inko. Inko has was born as a succubus. Pretty much, she lives in a long family line of literature of genetics of pretty much of being a succubus. Now, her family tree is basically based on succubus. They seduce man. They find the right suitable host to make a succubus. And all the family tree are females. So, like, if it's a female succubus, it's pretty much alright, and it's been going on. So she is like pretty much a female succubus, and she's looking for the right suitable male to pretty much find and mate with, right? Until she finds the right suitable, and this is like intelligent scientists, like what are those dirty scientists that be like, oh, that calculation is affirmative, like all that, sorry, but pretty much she seduces him, gets married to him, and and she pretty much do the thing, sucky all that, and pretty much got pregnant. Now a couple years go by, and this is where Deku was born, and the doctor says it's a male. Now, at first she is confused and trying to figure out why it's the male, because this is the first ever male succubus, because he have been born with the horns and the little baby wings, you could say, or the horns, you could say, and it's the first ever male succubus out of her whole family tree. So she's intrigued by this, but she's also intelligent. She's happy that, at least she, can continue the bloodline of succubus. Now, we're gonna do a couple years, and this is where Deku is a kid, and female Bakugo meets Deku, and everybody's pretty much cool with Deku. And I should say his father quirk is kind of an IQ of intelligence. Well, he has a split quirk, so his quirk is he can summon. How can I say this? He can summon blades. Well, actually, yeah, he can he can create things without kind of like not need to know the material or anything. So he can create how can I explain it? Imagine this: you can create anything you want. That's pretty much he can do. He can create anything he wants, including human beings if he wanted to. But it drains him a lot. It drains his energy a lot, so he pretty much doesn't do that. But his but Deku has it, so And Deku won't lose that quirk to a fucking doctor, so we're not gonna have that happen, alright? But let's continue on. So we start off with pretty much young Deku, or Midoriya, you could say. Pretty much, making friends and stuff, and the girls, they're constantly by him because due to, everybody knows that's a succubus, you can't really ignore them. They're like the center of attention to you. You just have to get to them, You have to be by them, and you want to do, sex things to them and stuff. So Deku is just, playing with a young Bakugo, and this is where he, accidentally, fell on her and he actually touched her chest. Now, if Succubus Deku, male version, pretty much touches any girl, they pretty much, you could say, pop their cherry. And female Bakugo pretty much popped her cherry, and she start, holding her middle place and start running away crying. Which everybody, is confused what happened, and including Deku, he doesn't know what happened. And he pretty much, just try to go and see if she's alright. The teacher says, nah, they go find out. They start to go find out, and they pretty much see that she pretty much popped her cherry and has, pretty much come on herself. And the doctors are confused and saying, how is this possible? She's way too young to, get the hormones and stuff. Now, this is where Bakugo and Deku have that close relationship now, because now she can't, resist Deku and cause to be a wife, and including some girls. We're gonna continue on because, yeah, we're just gonna continue on. And we're gonna do in not the start of anime, but in the middle of school. The middle of high school, you could say. And Deku's pretty much sorry about that. Deku's pretty much doing some work and stuff until we're just gonna say a random girl with glasses, and she's always shy, is in the classroom with him, and it's like at the end of school, and he's pretty much finishing up work. She looks at him and, smells the pheromones and stuff, and, pretty much talking to him and, make a conversation. Deku, pretty much, touch her on her shoulder and just being like, it's okay and stuff, And this is where, she gets the heart to it, and this is where, Deku hormones and stuff, really activates and make it 10 times more powerful. So she pretty much, let's say, hop on top of him and rips his shirt off and, start kissing on him and stuff, and pretty much pulling out his pants and doing all the stuff to him. This is where he is thinking, saying, wow, I'm actually having sex right now. And, she's pretty much, they pretty much have sex in the classroom, and he pretty much done nut. But his genetics of, making children haven't really activated yet, so it's okay. So he pretty much, gets up, and, she's pretty much hopping on top of him, half naked, and, kissing him and saying, that was the best she ever had, and, he's basically saying, yeah, I gotta go. And he's pretty much pretty much flying home. And he goes to his mom, telling his mom that he pretty much did it in the classroom, and telling his whole mom that a girl hopped on top of him, and his dad, which the dad is saying, huh, which Inko's pretty much talking to her son one-on-one about his whole heritage, about being a succubus and what can happen and stuff. And he's basically saying, huh, I see. And she's basically saying that the more he grows, the more stronger he gets, the more he can't really control it. And then if he does control it, it's harder because you want to want to woohoo with each other and get more powerful and stuff. It just runs in the family. And he says, okay. Now we're gonna go with the... we're gonna pretty much go with the start of the anime now. And Deku's pretty much in the classroom with his... And people think his quirk is like a manifestation quirk because of the horns in the tail. But it's not really. His quirk is just the swords one that, well, really can create anything. And he's just, creating little puppies, which, he passing around, giving it to people, which people is like happy that they get to have free puppies and they don't have to pay for it and create cats and stuff. And he's just kind. Deku's really kind. But he has that, like, want to do it with you because that power thing. But he's pretty much, doing his work. And Bakugo comes in pretty much saying, yo, nerd. And saying that she's pretty much about to go to a fight after school. She has to fight these girls. And Deku is pretty much saying, okay, I come with you, which she disagrees and says no, but he says he's gonna go anyways. Now, Deku is pretty much reading his book and all of that until all the girls is like watching him, staring him down and all that. And at the end of school, Bakugo goes ahead because she didn't want Deku to pretty much come help her out, but he goes anyways. And she's pretty much, we're gonna say, at this whole gym area, well, private gym area, and she goes in and all the girls are ready to, like, beat her up, you could say. And she's about to let out an explosion to blow up the whole damn building, until Deku comes in and says, Kashan, are you alright? And this is where all the girls comes in, and it's a gang of girls, and they're pretty much looking at Deku, pretty much jawing and blushing and all that, and he pretty much just waves and pretty much says hi and just says no. And this is where it kind of unactivates again, and this is where all the girls bounce on top of him and pretty much rips his clothes to shred and start doing the thing on him. And and like I said, it's uncontrollable half the time, so he pretty much is saying, wow, it's happening again. I'm legit. This is legit. I'm about to have sex again with all these girls. And pretty much it happens all again, and he nuts. All of them. So they pretty much all pass out. Deku pretty much gets up naked, and Bakugo pretty much, covers her face. Well, cover her eyes, and pretty much, hand Deku some clothes. And they pretty much leave. Bakugo and Deku heads to the bridge. We're just gonna say they head to the bridge to head home, because we're gonna say there's another bridge, and this is where the Sludge Villain comes in and attack. And Deku pretty much creates a freeze ray gun and freezes the Sludge Villain, saying, well, that was close, he almost got us. This is where female All Might comes in, and Bakugo says she goes ahead, and actually, no, Bakugo goes in her separate way, and Deku's by himself. So, this is where All Might pretty much talks to Deku, and, she's pretty much saying, wow, did you do this? And what quirk do you have? He's basically saying, like, he has a creation quirk. Well, a creator quirk that he can create anything he wants. To create anything he wants. And she's saying, wow, that's amazing. And she's going to like give him a handshake, which Deku says, oh no, don't, you don't have to do that. Which she says, oh no, and she pats him, pretty much making physical contact with him, and this is where it goes out of control again, and she pretty much hop on the top of him, and no relation, just straight up, they have sex. There's no, I'm not going to baby sugar it for you. This is an 18 only. You should know this. They have sex. And she done squirt squirt, or should I say come, and he comes and he nuts in All Might. Do they have a child? You go have to wait and see in part 2 probably. But technically, they basically she's basically saying, wow, you're really good at sexy. He says, yeah, I get that a lot. He puts back on his clothes. Pretty much put back on his clothes, and she forgot that she could pass down her quirk off one to Deku. Now Deku, gets the whole buff and everything up to the whip and all that. Now the League of Villains, they're all gonna be female because I want to do it. Just want to do it, and pretty much Deku is going home, pretty much walking home, and he just said, and he's thinking to his head saying, wow, I can't believe I just did it with All Might. Pretty much did it with All Might. And going to his room and laying down. Now, this is part 1 of what if Deku was the male succubus. Part 1. If you like it, leave a comment down below. I'm Keyshawn Lucia. Thanks for watching, and fuck, my head hurts. But see ya.